This is Alejandro Garnacho, and having just got a move to Chelsea, today we tried to save Garnacho's career. And here he is coming in season 1, of course, still only 20 years of age, coming in at 78 overall. Training though is of course going to be crucial for Garnacho's development, and the first game of the season is a huge one up against Man City. We were coming on as we were 1-0 down, and Erling Haaland managing to find a way through, and he did manage to make it 2-0. So not the best start here for Garnacho, although later on Garnacho would get involved straight away, slotting through Palmer, and Palmer managing to put it into the top bins before grabbing the ball. However, it was too late as we did go on to lose our first game 2-1 to Manchester City, as Garnacho makes an impact already with 1 assist as he walks away with a 7.6 match rating. Second game of the season as Garnacho tried to prove himself even more. We do come up against Wolves. We were slotted through unbelievably here as Garnacho got through, however he managed to hit the post. Garnacho did get involved yet again though, getting through, passing to Jadon Sancho, and Jadon Sancho putting it into the back of the net, getting another assist for Garnacho. Wolves later on though did manage to put the pressure on by managing to get a goal here through Strand Larsen, making it 2-1. However, they did manage to last, and they did go on to win the game at 2-1 as Garnacho impresses again, walking away with another assist and a 7.5 match rating. The third game of the season, and Garnacho has finally got time to prove himself as we do come up against Ipswich, and this was a great game for Garnacho, having a nice little dribble inside. However, it did get took out here disgustingly by the defender, although Garnacho answers straight back with a lovely little goal, just pushing through, showing determination before slotting it in at an awkward angle, making it 1-0, and he was just causing trouble. He did manage to get through yet again. Garnacho threw on goal, however this time it did go over. However, Chelsea would go on to make it 2-0 here. Cole Palmer getting through with a lovely finish into the top bins as they do go on to win the game at 2-0 with an outstanding performance from Garnacho as he walks away with a 10 match rating. And after those games, Garnacho has managed to push himself into the starting 11 of the Chelsea team as he is now up to an 80 overall, and it has been instant impact from Garnacho. 6 games played, 1 goal and 2 assists. Moving into some cup competitions now, and we did come up into the Carabao Cup up against Brentford. However, we did get knocked out, losing 4-3 on penalties. Halfway through the season now, and Chelsea are currently sat in 10th place, although the Conference League is going a little better as they are sat in 5th place. And Garnacho is already up to an insane 84 overall, still just at 20 years of age. And what a first half of the season this has been for Garnacho. 31 games played, 15 goals and 6 assists. Into FA Cup action now, and we did manage to make some nice little progress as we did manage to beat Arsenal and Hull City before we did get knocked out to Manchester City in the semi-finals. Into the Conference League though, and we did manage to make it the whole way to the final as we beat Hearts, Warsaw and Servette, managing to face Real Betis in the final. And it was a great game from Garnacho, managing to slotting through to Cole Palmer yet again, and Cole Palmer putting it into the back of the net, making it 1-0 in just the 8th minute. And later on, Cole Palmer did get a penalty, and of course he was always going to convert it, as he did manage to make it 2-0, managing to beat Real Betis at 2-0 as we do go on to pick up our first trophy with Alejandro Garnacho. End of the Premier League though, and Chelsea did manage to finish in 7th place, and Garnacho finishing the season at a ridiculous 87 overall, and it has just been a completely ridiculous season for Garnacho. 32 goals and 11 assists in 62 games is just next level, and that has caught the eyes of European giants in Bayern Munich. So season number 2 starts off with Alejandro Garnacho moving to Germany, and we could start off the season very strong with a trophy as we have the Super Cup up against Leverkusen, and of course Harry Kane kick-started the scoring, managing to slot it into the back of the net, making it 1-0, although a surprising signing in Nico Williams managing to get through, slotting into the back of the net, equalising at 1-1. But just to end the game off, there was a lovely ball over to Harry Kane, and of course Harry Kane is going to score that 10 times out of 10 as he does manage to slot it, making it 2-1 as we do go on to pick up yet another trophy with Alejandro Garnacho. 3 games into the Bundesliga season, and Bayern Munich are currently sat in 3rd place, and Garnacho just keeps growing, now 21 years of age, up to an 88 overall. And yet again again, instant impact from Garnacho. 7 games played, 3 goals and 1 assist. Moving into the DFB Pokal, and it was not the best as we did get knocked out extremely early on to Stuttgart. Halfway through the season, and Bayern Munich, of course, are leading the Bundesliga on 41 points. And into the Champions League, and we are currently sat in 13th place. And Garnacho is just on top of the world at the moment, coming in at a 90 overall. And another great season so far from Garnacho. 27 games played, 13 goals and 3 assists. Moving back into the Champions League, and we had an unbelievable run, managing to beat Napoli, Manchester City, Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund, booking our place into the final up against Real Madrid. Arguably the biggest game of Garnacho's career. This is nice little bit of play here. This is unbelievable play. If Kane can finish that, oh, unlucky, that would have been unreal. Garnacho up this wing again, trying to do some flicks. It's still Garnacho, passes inside to Sanchez. Sanchez still with the ball. Nice. Garnacho through to Sanchez again, through to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane through, and that's an unbelievable goal from Harry Kane in just the 9th minute as he makes it 1-0. Vinicius Jr. on the ball, that's a nice ball through to Mbappe, and Mbappe is through, and he equalises the game at 1-1. Garnacho on the ball, through to Harry Kane, yet again he's got loads of space, still Harry Kane goes for goal, it's a good save. Carvajal up this wing, whips it inside to Mbappe, goes for glory, and he almost makes it unbelievable. Nice, Garnacho slaughtered through, it's still Garnacho. Yeah, it's good defending though. Garnacho goes for goal, it's come back to him. Garnacho again, unlucky. Nice, that is a great pass. Garnacho up this wing has got acres of space. He's left Danny Carvajal in the dust, and he manages to tuck it home, making it 2-1 for Bayern Munich. Garnacho up this wing, lays it off to Harry Kane. Harry Kane, unlucky. Vinicius Jr. again, oh, that's a great ball to Mbappe. That is an unbelievable save from Neuer. Nice, Garnacho up this wing. This is all we have to do is keep the ball. We see Paulinho though back there running in into a lot of space. It's still Paulinho, goes for goal, and Paulinho, what a goal that is in the 91st minute. The now Tottenham man scores an unbelievable goal, making it 3-1. And there we go, the game is over. Bayern Munich managed to beat Real Madrid 3-1 in the Champions League final. And there we go, it's another trophy for Garnacho, and it is the biggest one of his career in the Champions League. Finishing the Bundesliga, and of course Bayern Munich have gone on to win another trophy as they do beat Leverkusen by 3 points. And Garnacho is now one of the best players in the world at 21 years of age, coming in at a 92 overall. And it is back-to-back unbelievable seasons for Garnacho. 57 games played, 27 goals with 6 assists. Moving on though, and of course Alejandro Garnacho has earned his place into the Argentinian national team for the World Cup. And we did not start off the group stages the best, as we did get demolished by Sweden, getting beat 2-0. Although we did manage to recover as we beat Hungary 3-1 and drew to England 2-2 as we got through to the knockout stages, where we did manage to get past United States, England and Germany before we would face Italy in the final of the World Cup. And here we go, yet again another huge game for Garnacho, just coming off the biggest of his life. Hopefully this is another one. Garnacho could be through straight away here. Garnacho through on goal, and it's a save, unlucky. Nice, great ball out this wing to Zenon. Tries Garnacho back post, go for an overhead kick, just misses. Nice, Garnacho is just dominating this Italian team at the moment. Out wide to Barco. Finds Garnacho on the edge of the box, goes for goal. It's just past the post. Nice, Garnacho again, that's a lovely turn past the defender, and Garnacho through a goal, and Garnacho, one unbelievable turn that was as he puts it into the back of the net, making it 1-0. Italy here with a horrible attack. It's a great save though. That's a horrible deflection as it's fouled to Moise Kean, and Moise Kean puts it in, equalising at 1-1. DePaul here finds Garnacho. That is another unbelievable turn, and Garnacho slots it near post in the 87th minute, and surely that is game over. What a game from Garnacho as he scores 2. And there we go, the game is over as Garnacho seals the win at 2-1 as we pick up yet another trophy, and yet another huge trophy for Garnacho. And what a turnaround this has been for Garnacho After having a horrible time at Manchester United, moving to Chelsea, having an unbelievable season before moving to Bayern Munich and having another unbelievable next level season, winning the Champions League to then winning the World Cup with Argentina, I would say Garnacho's career is well and truly saved.